Hello friends, let's discuss current affairs. Today's first question is on the Golden Globe Awards. Triple R or RRR recently won the 2022 Golden Globe Award for the original song titled Natu Natu. These awards are presented by, of course, mentioned there. Now I want you to write a bit about each these awards, the major categories, the winners, and about this particular song as well. Okay, so we'll go past this. I put a blank slide only for this today. Yeah, um, we have this RRR written. It's written by, you could write this. Yeah, written by Chandra Bose. So written by, the lyricist is Chandra Bose. Okay, lyricist. Singers, there are two. One is Kala Bhairava, and the second is Rahul Sipligunj. Rahul Sipligunj. Music composer, music director, music composer M. Kirwani. Okay. This movie's director is R. R. Rajmouli. So all about the song plus the director's name are all there. So let's go a little past this. Let's look at. I think there's an issue with the pen, but let me see if I can use this pen here. This one has an issue. No, I think this one also is not writing. But anyway, let's fill this with whatever, then we'll discard this stuff. Okay. So right, 80th Golden Globe Awards. That's the title anyway you would have written. Highest prize, the lifetime achievement is Cecil DeMille. Cecil DeMille Award for lifetime achievement. This has gone to the great comedian Eddie Murphy. Absolute gem of an actor, Eddie Murphy. Now let's write best films. So they usually have two categories. One is musical or comedy. The second is drama. So we'll write all best film. There are four categories to, in this case. In this particular case, there are four categories. One, best comedy or musical. Best comedy or musical. The Banshees of Inisherin. It's a tale of two friends. The Banshees of Inisherin. It's a tale of two friends who have a fallout, and there's a bitter fallout. The Banshees of Inisherin, that is category 1. Category 2 is drama, won by The Fablemans. The Fablemans. Oh, The Fablemans. Okay. Then 3. Yeah, you could write this. Best foreign film. Best foreign film in which RRR was nominated. See, nomination, the difference between nomination and entry is what a country sends is his entry. That's a long list. A long list, then a short list. A long list has hundreds or tens of movies. Of these, 5 are selected to make it the short list. That is where the film is nominated. So the last five names that you know see being read out at the award ceremony, are called nominations. Okay, that's a nominated list. The foreign film, Argentina. Argentina, 1985. It comes from the country of Argentina. Okay, so you could write in brackets Argentina. But so Triple R lost to Argentina 1985. Next, best animated film or best animated film. This is a very long title. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Okay, Pinocchio. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. You must have heard of this Pinocchio cartoon character who often lies, and when he lies, his nose becomes long, elongated nose. So it's a sign that the person is lying. Okay, so that's best film. Best films. Now that you've written the names, I want you to go back, because now I'm not able to erase. Somewhere something has gone wrong with this pen, but it's okay, I guess. It's just machine. So let's write best actor. Best actor. Best actor. Again, two categories. Best actor, two categories. Because I'm not able to erase, I'm just going by whatever space I'm getting here. For musical and what is that? Comedy category. Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell, very good actor. Colin Farrell. For the film The Banshees of Inisherin. The Banshees of Inisherin, which you wrote a while ago. Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin, this particular film. Okay, next. For drama, what's his name? Elvis Presley, the guy who played the role of Elvis Presley. Austin Butler. Austin Butler for the film Elvis Presley, the great rock and roll legend. He played the title role, Elvis Presley. Okay. Next, best actress. Best actress. Comedy and musical, Angela Bassett. For the film Black Panther, this is second of the films titled Black Panther. Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever. Then drama category, the great Kate Blanchett. For the film Tar. T-A-R. T-A-R. Tar. Tar, T-O-R. Tar would mean a mountain. Okay? Tar, T-A-R. Next. Last category. Best Director. Best Director. One of the greatest directors ever, Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg for the film The Fabelmans. The Fablemans. Okay. Yeah. So we got pretty much everything. All the four categories of best films. Then best actors for both categories, musical, in which best actor is given, musical or comedy, and drama. The same goes with best actress. We also looked the winner of the best director award, Steven Spielberg's film. And yeah, the triple R thing, everything that you should know. Yeah, triple R. So I guess that's pretty much about it. India and Panama recently signed an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, to enhance cooperation in the training of diplomats. Identify the correct statements regarding Panama. All of these are right. It's located on the isthmus. Now, what's an isthmus? I wanted to write this, but before that, let's look at the choices. Linking South and Central America, which is true. Panama is a capital. Yes, there are two currencies accepted in this country. One is Balboa, and the second is the United States dollar. It's the way, the place where it's located. It's on one side you would find the Atlantic Ocean, which is like the Caribbean Sea, and south you have the Pacific Ocean. Let's see where it is. This is the Americas. Okay, Americas, North and South Americas. Okay, this is Panama. You see here this one. Yes, this is Panama. This narrow stretch of land you can see in the inset tab, this is Panama. This is the Caribbean Sea. Technically this is what is called this is Atlantic Ocean. Like we have the Arabian Sea or the Bay of Bengal. Now the names are not required because they are extension seas of the the Indian Ocean. Okay, but anyway, here we have these two. Well, now you see this, earlier when ships would have to travel from the American west coast to east coast. They would have to move all around like this, and it would be months of travels and pretty dangerous, and you could say from east to west as well. In the absence of railroad, in the absence of because this was the Wild West, pretty dangerous country. And from here to this place is about 8,800 kilometers. Pretty long, boundary, pretty long, distance. Pretty long distance between the coasts. Then if European stuff had to come to the west, United States, then also things were pretty bad, bleak actually. So what the Americans did was this. First, the French took initiative and they started digging a canal here. Okay, so this one here. Where? Now the problem with this is that the French could not complete this task. They could not dig a complete canal. So the Americans took over and the Americans completed the canal. This shortened the route from west coast like this. Europeans came like this. So this considerably shortened the route for trade, for travel, for of course moving of defense forces. Now this canal was under the control of the United States between 1903. You could also add to this point Panama Canal under US control between 1903 and 1999. Initially it was 77, but then they stretched it to 99. Where? Now let's look at this word isthmus. What's an isthmus? The S is pronounced. It's not like island. Okay. So let's write isthmus. What's an isthmus? You write this. A narrow stretch of land connecting two larger land areas, connecting two larger land areas across an expanse of sea or expanse of water, better is this, expanse of water, by which they are otherwise separated, by which they are otherwise separated. Now think about this. See, this is the isthmus. You see this? It connects. So Panama is the isthmus. It connects North America with South America. Now think about this. If this stretch of land were not there and this had ended here, this would have become a strait. This would have become a strait. A strait is a narrow channel of water that separates two land bodies. Okay. Now, at the same time, of course, things would have been quite easy. This ship and all kinds of movements could have been easy, like, without the need for a canal. Okay. So, if you look at straits around India, you have the Palk Strait, PALK, which is, between the US and, between India and Sri Lanka. Okay. Yeah. So, this is the true map. In a flat map, you will find that Europe is quite far away from America. But this is what is called the Mercator map. This is a global map actually. In a Mercator map is a flat map. Okay. In Mercator maps, you would find that Greenland appears considerably bigger than India, which is not the case. Greenland is 2/3 of India's area. But that's how it appears in the Mercator flat Earth map. See, when Earth is flattened at the top, the top things get stretched, but at the top things get narrow in real life. If the Earth is round, so at the top things are narrower. Got it? Yeah. So it's a fascinating world, isn't it? Yeah. Panama for a long time was ruled by Spain. The whole of South America. In fact, I have told you this in the past. Whole of Central America, southwestern United States, the whole of these areas, wherever I'm drawing the line now, this is all ruled by Spain, except for Brazil and of course some parts of this one, French Guiana. Everything was ruled by Spain. Brazil was ruled by Portugal for a long time. From here we go to the Global Risks Report. Okay. Now this is published by the World Economic Forum. I can see the graphic there, World Economic Forum. This is taken, I took it from the Global Risks Report. Now, top policy makers, hotshot CEOs, they were all asked as to which do you think poses the greatest risk over a 2-year period and a 10-year period. 2-year period, the most important thing they came up with the greatest risk is, they said, inflation, cost of living crisis. It is actually impacting people everywhere. It's eating into people's purchasing power, which effectively means that their quality of life suffers. It's pretty bad out there. Things are pretty bad, my friends. But over a long period of time, they say that, okay, the bigger problem, inflation may go away in a couple of years, maybe 3-4 years. But climate change and the steps we need to take to address climate change are missing. We are not doing enough to stem the problems coming from climate change. So that's something that, failure to mitigate, that is lessen the impact of climate change. That's a major issue, my friends. So I think, see, if you look at this carefully, you would not find inflation in any of the top 10 over 10-year period. Okay, the larger issues, macro issues, those that could have global impact are coming. Inflation to a large extent is a local phenomenon, but we live in a world where even the local thing is impacted by the global thing. So it's called a global thing. Global plus local is glocal. Okay. So the World Economic Forum every year meets in January. The world's most important policymakers, hotshot CEOs, eminent policymakers, they all come down, they thrash out ideas. Like the World Economic Forum was started in 1971. It was started by a man who is also the current chairperson, Klaus Schwab, founder chairman Klaus Schwab. Okay, and it's headquartered in a place called Colony, which is a part of, you could say Geneva, Switzerland. Fair? That's it. So, founder, head office, the year of its founding. Fair? And you could write annual meeting at Davos. Annual meeting at Davos. Yeah. India is prominent, is figures prominently in almost all kinds of discussions these days at Davos. Okay. So from here, I think we've had a look at each of these choices. World Bank, IMF, WTO. We just look at the head offices now. IMF and World Bank are both headquartered in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. IMF, International Monetary Fund, and World Bank are both headquartered in Washington, D.C. Shall we write all? Not required actually. Yeah. But chalo, one last thing. World Trade Organization, Geneva, because we already mentioned Geneva up here. Geneva, Switzerland. From Vancouver, IMO, Vancouver. No, not required actually. Name the world's longest river cruise flagged off by Prime Minister Narendra Modi from Varanasi on the 13th, on 13th January. Yeah, it should be on 13th January. And when you read on the 13th of January 2023, it's called motor vessel. MV is motor vessel. This is a river cruise, unlike an ocean cruise. This is a river cruise. Motor vessel Ganga Vilas. Okay, Vilas means residence actually. I'll see this journey would start from Varanasi. Say Varanasi to Dibrugarh in Assam. Dibrugarh, Assam. Okay. Then you could also write 51-day journey. If they ask you a question like which of these is incorrect about MV Vilas, at least you should know the facts. 51-day journey is going to cost you 12.6 lakh rupees. To be precise, 12.59 lakh, but yeah, 12.6 lakh. Okay. The entire distance, the total distance would be about 3,200 kilometers. That's a long distance. Yeah. And who is the Inland Water Authority of India? You could write this, please. Yeah. You could write Inland Waterways Authority of India Chairman. Inland Waterways Authority of India, Sanjay Bandyopadhyay. I repeat, Inland Waterways Authority of India, headed by Sanjay Bandyopadhyay. Okay. Yeah. Identify the billionaire founder who was asked to reduce his stake or give up control in the Chinese fintech. Fintech is financial technology giant Ant Group, which is owned by Alibaba, uh, owing to regulatory crackdown. See, Jack Ma is a founder of Alibaba Group. He rubbed the Chinese financial regulators the wrong way after he said a few things where some of the top financial regulators of the government of China were present. He said a few things they didn't like, and then things went bad. At your level, you don't need to know what exactly went bad, but the government forced him to give up his stake in Ant. Ant Group is a financial technology firm, though basically it's like it lends money. It lends money. Yeah. So what are the choices? You could write this. These are the five richest people in China today. All five. Yeah. You could write Zhang Shanshan. He is a founder chairperson of Nongu Nongu Spring. Yeah, Nongu Spring. It's a water company. They sell bottled water and other stuff. Okay. Nongfu Spring. The second guy is a part of your life. How? Yiming owns a company called ByteDance. ByteDance owns a product called TikTok. Among its most famous products is TikTok. Okay. Ma Huatong owns a company called Tencent. Tencent owns WeChat, China's number one messaging platform. Like we have WhatsApp, India's number one messaging platform, they have WeChat. Okay. Now, what Robin Zheng owns is slightly complex. He owns a company called Contemporary. I know this name is very long. What is the meaning of this word? It means someone who is at the your contemporary means someone who is at the same level as you are or in the same period basically. Okay. Contemporary Amperex Technology Limited. Contemporary Amperex Technology. Now you wonder, why should I write this? Yes, you should write this. Why? Because this is the world's number one electric vehicle battery maker. Electric vehicle battery maker. World's number one electric vehicle battery maker. When you pronounce the word vehicle, the H is silent, so it becomes vehicle. Okay, Contemporary Amperex Technology Company Limited, but that's okay. This is one of my favorite subjects. China is my one. You could say it's my among the nations that I wish I teach about. China is one. Yeah, it's really great fun to discuss China, but we don't have that much time to discuss China. Whom of the following persons has recently been appointed the 55th Speaker of the United States House of Representatives? Kevin McCarthy, that's Kevin. Well, he took 15 votes to be elected the Speaker of the American House of Representatives. The American Parliament is called Congress. You could write US Parliament is called Congress. Congress, the word Congress means meeting. It has two houses. It's a bicameral legislature. One is called the Senate. The other is this, upper house. The lower house is called House of Representatives. House of Representatives. I think it's already there on the screen. House of Representatives. ठीक है. So these guys have 100 seats and 435 here. The Democrats have control here, 49 to 51 to 49, and these guys have a majority here. Republican 222 to 10 no is Democrat. Yeah, no, 212, sorry, 212. One is vacant. The numbers are right. Okay. So one is House Speaker, so you could make it 50 here. No issue. So Kevin McCarthy, he has his own positions. The Republicans are radically different from the Democrats. America, as you know, has two major political parties, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. The Republicans are basically conservative, religious-wise. They are very religion-wise. They are pretty conservative. They are anti-abortion because Christianity talks about it forbids homosexuality. It forbids same-sex marriage, same-sex relations. It forbids abortion because the church says it should be pro-life. God gives life. So there should not be abortion, like that stuff. So they are all generally anti-contraceptives also. Yeah, anti-contraception. So there are plenty of things here. But then if you go a little past, you will find that Democratic Party is pro, socialism, pro taxation, higher taxation for the rich, on the rich. They are pro-abortion. Yeah, they always talk about these rights of people and all that. So fair. Kevin is the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. He took 15 rounds of votes. This is the highest number of vote rounds since 1870, I think. Since 1870. So who of the following persons will be conferred with the Center on the Legal Profession Award for Global Leadership? Dhananjay Yashwant Chandrachud, the CJI, the Chief Justice of India. Okay, CJI D.Y. Chandrachud was, before he became the Supreme Court judge and eventually the CJI, he was the he was the Chief Justice of the Allahabad High Court. Allahabad High Court Chief Justice. Okay, let me give you this. He studied at St. Stephen's. He did a BA at St. Stephen's, Delhi, St. Stephen's, Delhi. Then he studied for his, LLB from Delhi University. Then he went to Harvard Law School where he did a master's in law, LLM. From there he started practicing and he was a judge. He later became a judge of the Bombay High Court. From being a judge of the Bombay High Court, he became the Chief Justice of the Allahabad High Court. From there he became a Supreme Court judge and now CJI. Yeah. Yes. Which city recently hosted the International Kite Festival 2023? Simple question, Ahmedabad. It's always Ahmedabad. But this time around, a few more cities in Gujarat have been brought in, like Surat, Vadodara, Mehsana, Rajkot. Yeah, a lot of these cities are also co-hosting the International Kite Festival. I just mentioned airports. Let's look at airports. I usually don't talk about these things, but chalo. Chennai International Airport. यहाँ पे Dehradun, the airport is called Jolly Grant. Jolly Grant International Airport. Ahmedabad Airport is called Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport. Patna Lok Narayan Jayaprakash. Okay, Lok Nayak Jayaprakash Narayan Jayaprakash Narayan. He was generally called JP. People called him JP. Jayaprakash Narayan International Airport. Okay. Bhopal Airport is called Raja Bhoj. Raja Bhoj International Airport. चलिए. Which two nations were part of the joint air exercise named Veer Guardian 2023? India and Japan. Okay, and there are a couple of things you should know. One, where was it held? You could write held in Hyokuri Air Base in Japan. Hyokuri Air Base in Japan. Then you could also write next, led by, the Indian delegation was led by squadron leader in brackets of Sukhoi. You know, it's a fighter aircraft bought from Russia. Sukhoi 30 MKI squadron leader of Sukhoi 30 MKI. What was the name? By squadron leader Avni Chaturvedi, led by squadron leader Avni Chaturvedi. Avni Chaturvedi. Dash, put a dash. First ever female female fighter to lead a fighter squadron against a foreign partner. Who is the Indian Air Force Chief? The Indian Air Force Chief is Vivek Ram Chaudhary. Vivek Ram Chaudhary. Which public sector unit ranked first in our services sector in the Public Enterprises Survey 21-22? Power Grid Corporation of India. See, Power Grid Corporation of India is a Maharatna, the highest category of Ratnas. You have Maharatna, then Navaratna, then Mini Ratnas. Okay, and within Mini Ratnas there is category 1 and category 2. So let's look at Maharatnas. But before that, the name of the CEO of the chairperson of Power Grid. You could write, oh, I think I should avoid this. You could write this. Kandikuppa Srikanth. Kandikuppa Srikanth. You can write with an I also instead of double E. Okay? Let's look at Maharatnas. There are 12 Maharatnas. Right. Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited. ONGC, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. Then what is this? Indian Oil Corporation. Next. Some people say Oil India. It's okay. Then Steel Authority of India Limited. GAIL, Gas Authority of India Limited, Coal India Limited, Coal India Limited, BHEL or BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited. Next, Power Grid Corporation, Power Grid Corporation of India. Next, Power Finance Corporation, Power Finance Corporation. Next, National Thermal Power Corporation. There is one more. Third is National Thermal Power Corporation. Then Rural Electrification Corporation of India. Rural Electrification Corporation of India. Easy to remember. Four of these relate to electricity. Okay. Four of these relate to more or less commodities. Commodities and manufacturing. And these four relate to oil. Easy to remember, isn't it? BPCL, HPCL, ONGC or India Corporation, then SAIL, GAIL, BHEL, CIL, then PGC, PFC, Power Finance, then NTPC and Rural Electrification Corporation. So all 12 Maharatnas have come. Killer Jeans is one of the few, is the New Jersey sponsor of the Indian men's cricket team after MPL pulled out of the sponsorship. Killer Jeans is a brand owned by Keval Kiran Clothing Limited. See, on the jersey you would find Killer. That's where it comes from. Bombay Dyeing owns, this company is owned by a guy called Nasli Wadia. The Wadia family owns Bombay Dyeing, and Bombay Dyeing, this Nasli Wadia is a grandson of Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Grandson of Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Nasli Wadia is a Parsi. He is a grandson of Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Arvind Limited. Arvind is the owner of this chain called Unlimited. Newport, Rockport, all stuff. Chalo. Who the following became the fastest cricketer to reach 1500 runs in 843 balls in T20 international cricket? Surya Kumar Yadav. Surya Kumar should be one name. Surya Kumar Yadav. Surya Kumar Yadav started his life as a loco pilot, which means train driver. Think about it. How hard people work to realize their ambitions. So, a lot to learn, my friends. He first, in the IPL, he played for Calcutta Knight Riders. And he was their vice captain for some time. And later he was acquired by Mumbai Indians. To mark the International Year of Millets, which Indian city will host a major international event titled Magic Millets 2023. So Millet 2023 is the International Year of Millets. Millets like Bajra, Jawar, Ragi, stuff like that. Okay. Any particular names of airports in these places? Bengaluru, Kempe Gowda, the founder of Bangalore City, Kempe Gowda International Airport. Hyderabad, Rajiv Gandhi International Airport. New Delhi, Indira Gandhi International Airport. The supporters Jair Bolsonaro, the ex-president of a South American nation, recently stormed the Congress, the presidential palace, and the Supreme Court. Identify the country mentioned in the statement. The president, ex-president of Brazil. He is also called Brazil's Trump. For many years, for many months now, I have been telling you that Bolsonaro is often nicknamed Brazil Trump. Yeah, the Trump of Brazil. He actually proved this after he lost the election to the Brazilian president, the current Brazilian president, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. So he sent his supporters to attack the attack the the Brazilian Parliament, the Supreme Court, just like what Donald Trump did on 6th January, 2021. So anyway, things are like this now. This is Jair Bolsonaro, and if you want to write, see there are protests happening here, there are protests happening here, there are protests happening here. Brazil's president is Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. He was sent to jail for corruption in the past. Mexico, Andrés Obrador. Andrés Obrador. Full name is Andrés Obrador. What's it? Pierre. Don't write it. Perez. You don't write Perez and all that. Argentina, Alberto Fernandez. You could write with an S also, no harm. Peru is seeing massive protest, against the presidency of Dina Boluarte. She threw out the previous president who had staged a self-coup, C-O-U-P. He was the president, he threw out the the constitution, everything. He said that there is an emergency situation in the country, I'm going to be president for some longer time, no elections. But the people rebelled, the police arrested him. Now today Dina runs the country of Peru. The number of winged guests, migratory birds, that's flocking to Bhitarkanika National Park increased marginally to 1.4 lakh this year. This national park is in Odisha. How they count, there is a story, how they count number of birds that come in. But right now, let's not get there. Okay, Odisha is also home to another national park called Simlipal. Simlipal National Park. Uttar Pradesh, Dudhwa National Park. Madhya Pradesh, plenty of them. Kanha National Park. Then we have Uttarakhand, Gangotri National Park. Kerala, Silent Valley. Which of the following has become India's first fully digital banking state? Kerala. That is because Kerala government has launched what is called K-Phone. What is K-Phone? You could write this. Kerala Fiber Optic Network. Kerala Fiber Optic Network. Kerala Fiber Optic Network. Okay, now you could also write one more thing about Kerala. Only state. Kerala dash only state to declare right to internet as a basic right of citizens. As a basic right of citizens. Only state to declare right to internet as a basic right of citizens. Chief ministers, hey, there is right has come. Pinarayi Vijayan. Right click worked. Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Basavaraj Bommai. Muthuvel Karunanidhi Stalin. Muthuvel Karunanidhi Stalin. Odisha, Naveen Patnaik. Naveen Patnaik. Okay. Which state won the World Habitat Award 2023 for the state's 5T initiative called Jaga Mission? What's Jaga Mission? You could write this. Slum upgrading program. Slum upgrading program. Basically to improve the lives of slum dwellers. So what are the 5Ts? Time, transparency, right. Third one, technology. Yeah, that's important. Technology. Next, teamwork. Last one, transformation. Right. ठीक है. Jharkhand Chief Minister is Hemant Soren. Odisha we mentioned a while ago. Haryana, Manohar Lal Khattar. Telangana, K. Chandrasekhar Rao. Kalvakuntla Chandrasekhar Rao. Which state's industries department recently launched a facility for entrepreneurs to submit their complaints or seek redressals using the WhatsApp platform? Well, the weird thing about Kerala is that there is hardly any industrial base, and because of rampant widespread trade unionism, no company wants to set up a business there. Very few companies are willing to set up any business in Kerala because of widespread state support, government support of trade unionism. Yeah. So Nitish Kumar runs Bihar. Nitish Kumar. Andhra Pradesh, Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy. According to Nikkei Asia report, which country for the first time surpassed Japan in auto sales for 2022 and moved up to the third place globally? So third is India. What are the top two? What are the top four you want to write? You could write, yeah. You write global auto sales. One, China. When I rank, there are no dots after numbers. 27 million. And those of you who have a problem with million, you could simply write 2.62 crore. You can make it that way, na? 2.62 crore. So China sold 2.62 crore vehicles to United States. 1.54 crore. 3. India. 4. Japan. Now you may wonder what is India's number. What are the India numbers? India sold 42. You can make 42.5. So let's make it 43 lakh vehicles. 43 lakh four-wheelers. And then Mexico, not vehicle, yeah, not Mexico, for Japan we said, now I just looked at here, yeah, for Japan, 40 lakh. So, numbers are 42 lakh. So we have overtaken Japan now. India is the third largest car market in the world. So South Africa, the president is Cyril Ramaphosa. Some extra stuff here. South Korea, India, I think South Korea we took the name in the last class. Indonesia, Joko Widodo. Joko Widodo. World Cup winning captain Hugo Lloris recently announced his retirement from international football. I'm sorry. He played football for France. He was a goalkeeper. He played about 171 matches. 171 matches, of which 145 came as since 171 matches. 145 were for the national team. The rest were for under 14, under 15, under 18, like that. So overall 171 matches, and that's the highest number of matches played by any French footballer for the national team. So that makes him the most capped French footballer. French footballer. Okay. You know what are the top 3 football nations rankings? Brazil. World number 1 is Brazil. Number 2 is France. No. Who was the winner? Argentina. 3 France. So the world number 1 football team is Brazil. Second, neighboring country Argentina. And third, France. Yeah. Michael Debabrata Patra has been reappointed the Deputy Governor of the RBI for another year. This is Michael Debabrata Patra. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the other 3, see, RBI has 4 deputy governors. 4 deputy governors. 1, 2, 3, 4. T. Ravisankar, 2. T. Ravisankar, 2. Mahesh Kumar Jain. The third is M. Rajeshwar Rao. Rajeshwar Rao. Four deputy governors of the RBI. Who is the chairperson of? I'm just trying to pull out that. Does this work? No, it's not working. Chairperson of SEBI, Madhabi Puri Booch. Chairman of NABARD, KV Shaji. Vice Chairperson of Niti Aayog, Suman Berry. Not all are required. Chairperson of Public, you know, this is headed by a woman, businesswoman from the south. Okay, she's also the CEO of TAFE, TAFE. It's not required for right now. National Science Day 2023 is celebrated on 28th Feb every year to commemorate the discovery of the Raman effect, which is about scattering of light. The theme for this year is Global Science for Global Well-being. And Raman effect was discovered on 28th February 1928. Chandrasekhara Venkataraman received the 1930 Nobel Physics Prize, or some people say Nobel Prize for Physics. Next, he received the inaugural Bharat Ratna 1954. The first Bharat Ratna was given out in 1954, and he was one of the three recipients. The other two were Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan and Chakravarti Rajagopalachari. Okay. By the way, you know how many national days are there in India? We have plenty of national days, like National Youth Day, January 12th. National Youth Day. This is the birthday of Swami Vivekananda. Okay? Then we have National, this is science now. Then National Sport Day. National Sport Day. National Sport Day is the birthday, National Sport Day. The birthday of Dhyan Singh or Dhyan Chand. Then National Education Day, November 11th, which is the birthday of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. National Education Day के बाद National Mathematics Day. National Mathematics Day, December 22nd. The birthday of Srinivasa Ramanujan. Okay. At which of the iconic places did Union Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurate Jai Hind, the new light and sound show? Red Fort. You know, the Red Fort was built in 1638. The construction was started in 1638 under the supervision. The architect was Ustad. What is his name? Ustad Lahori. Ustad Ahmad Lahori. Ustad Ahmad Lahori. Ustad Ahmad Lahori. He was the architect of both, also the Taj Mahal. So architect you could write. One more thing you could write is this. That this was built under the, under Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan's real name was Khurram. 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 His papa was Jahangir, who was Salim. Salim Anarkali, that's Salim. The Red Fort was also called Qila Mubarak. The blessed fort, because this is where the royal Mughal family used to reside. Qila Mubarak. Golconda is in Hyderabad. Amer or Amber, Jaipur. Golconda, see the name Golconda comes from two separate words, Gol and Konda. These are Telugu words. Gol basically is Hindi derivative, round. What is it? Konda, hill. That is what normally people would think, isn't it? It is not true because it's not round. At the same time, this word Golla comes from the word Golla. Gol comes from the word Golla. Golla means shepherd. This is a Telugu word. Golla is a Telugu word meaning shepherd. Shepherd's hill. So before the fort was built, this was a pasture land, grazing land for for the livestock, the sheep, the goats herded by these people. Understand this? Golla Konda, hill belonging to shepherds. The Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change listed Neela Kurinji under Schedule 3 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, including it in the list of protected plants. Kurinji is found in the Shola forests of the Western Ghats of all. Yeah? Typically, Neela Kurinji, Neela, blue, Kurinji means flower, shrub. Right? Flower or shrub. So, this has given its name to Nilgiri. Nil is blue, Giri is mountain. Nilgiri mountains are named after this particular flower. Okay? And they blossom only in 12 years. Every 12 years they blossom. Remember this, 12 years. Once the 12-year cycle is over, again you have to wait for another 12 years for it to come back. For these flowers to make a comeback. Okay? India's IT major Infosys recently reported a little over 13% jump in its third quarter net profit of 6586 crore. The CEO of Infosys is Salil Parekh. Thierry Delaporte, CEO of Wipro. CP Gurnani, Chandra Prakash Gurnani, Tech Mahindra. Rajesh Gopinathan, CEO of TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. C. Vijay Kumar, CEO of HCL Technologies. Hindustan Computers Limited. Okay, simple. Which Arab country recently agreed to roll over a $2 billion loan owed by Pakistan and provide the country with an extra loan of $1 billion? Everyone is giving, but no one is giving. So they say that they promised, but Pakistanis are suffering a great deal. Yeah. The United Arab Emirates has said, okay, you owe us money, but you can make the payment later. $2 billion is due, but you don't have paisa, no problem. We don't want you to fail. So you could pay this later, or chahiye, we'll give you another $1 billion. That's what they did. Okay. Saudi Arabia has promised to put $5 billion as a deposit in the State Bank of Pakistan. So these are all loans. They have to be paid back. So Pakistan is getting deeper into debts. So one, they don't have paisa to pay existing loans, interest and all that, principal interest and all. They barely have $5.8 billion, which is sufficient. $5.8 billion in foreign exchange reserves. This money, about $5.8 billion is sufficient to pay for 3 weeks of imports. Uske baad paisa nahi hai. So, will Pakistan default? I don't think so. Yeah, Pakistan won't default, but yes, it may say that for now we may not pay. We would like you to defer. So that's a different kind of default. Yeah, we'll pay in the future. So they are borrowing to repay loans now. Things are pretty bad. Shops are being closed at 8:30. No function after 8:30 in the evening because electricity costs money and we don't have enough electricity to supply to you. That's what they have been telling the people of Pakistan. They also have been telling, in fact, one minister went on to TV and said that Pakistanis should consume less chai. Instead of consuming 3 cups of chai, they should consume 1 cup of chai, because even the chai that we import, the chai powder, tea powder that we import is to be paid for, and we don't have money to pay for it. Pretty bad out there. Yeah. Because see, many people in India had been saying that, see, look at Pakistan, they have been subsidizing, they sell their petrol at 40 rupees and we are selling at over 100. Why should we do that? See, this is the precise reason why Pakistan is deep in Some people say shit, deep in trouble. Why? Because they have been subsidizing. They have been buying at 100 rupees but selling at 40 rupees. Where is a 60 rupee gap? And tax collection sources are not great. Foreign investment is not coming in. You understand this? Everywhere there are problems. So they don't have money. If they don't have money, what will they do now? So everyone is suffering. Thank you for being here. That's all from me, Bharat C. Jain. Enjoy yourself. Stay curious. Thank you.